Gotham Cars Direct. Welcome to our new home. We're going to kick it off today with a Volkswagen R32 4MOTION. Under the hood of the R32 here, you're going to find a 3.2 liter 6-cylinder engine. Now this is the familiar Volkswagen setup, 250 horsepower. Now what's remarkable is this is routed to the 6-speed DSG, which is dual clutch transmission. It's a manual that drives just like an automatic. The twin clutch setup actually makes it feel as if there's a torque converter involved in the driveline, which there isn't. But it is routed to all four wheels, which is called 4MOTION in Volkswagen speak. But this really is a very well-revered sports car, almost like a German STI, if you will. I'm not sure if that's the right way to put it, but I've seen some of these guys on the track with these things, and they are absolute rockets. But let's walk around at 41,000 miles. It doesn't look like it's got even half of that on it. This R32 is actually one of two that we have in stock. We bought them off the exact same owner. One was a daily driver. We're looking at that right here, and another one is a 1,500-mile white example that's virtually identical. That was a Sunday driver. For whatever reason, doesn't matter, we've got the cars. Really excellent condition. I call it a 9.5 out of 10. Just saved for 41,000 miles. You're going to have some stone chips across the front. They're super light. Nothing along here. The brushed aluminum looks fantastic, but just some really light stone chips. Everything's factory stock. Nothing's been modified, which is another big benefit. You've got a set of xenon headlamps up here. They are automatic. But let's look around the side here. Again, like I said, all stock. Got a set of Eagle F1 summer tires on here. 225/40 R18. Good looking wheel, blue caliper. Take a look down the driver's side. No damage, dings, dents, anything to speak of. And the rear tire, same size. Again, Eagle F1. These have got to be almost brand new skins on here. 225/40 18s. Put around the rear. Proper R32 badging, twin outlet exhaust right in the center. That is indicative of the R32 model. Decent sized hatch, obviously the hot hatch category as they would call these, I guess. Makes sense, but all the way down the passenger side, I mean, there's no dings, dents, anything along those lines. It all looks factory original. In back here, you actually have ample cargo room. These seats do fold down to give you all the cargo space of the rear seats, plus here. This actually does look larger than it looks from the outside. I wouldn't think it would be this large from the outside, but it is. Two sets of floor mats here. You got the winners, which obviously are always nice to have, and they are R32 specific. Also the wonderful factory carpeted mats here. But below the floorboard, got the inflatable spare, never used. Look inside. I mean, there's really virtually no air inside this car. Still does smell new. No foul smells, no smoker smell or anything like that. But the seats really are in excellent condition. A little bit of wear on these bolsters here, but these are a much more sporting style seat than you'd see in the GTI model, which this shares the same platform on. But easy step in. When you think of it as a conventional car, it's actually really easy to use. Good daily driver. Like I said, automatic setting here for the headlamps. Tilt and telescope steering wheel. Now this is a Lamborghini style steering wheel. You got the flat bottom here, and I wouldn't be surprised if this was actually the same thing as the Lambos under here. But very, very sporty, cutouts at 10 and 2. Paddle shifters right there for the DSG. Otherwise you can use it as a traditional automatic, but visibility is fantastic. Everything feels brand new to the tactile touch. If I put tape over that odometer, I probably wouldn't even know it had a quarter on here. Take a look at this layout. Very, very luxurious, typical German. Everything is cut out to where you need it. Multifunction steering wheel controls here. You got some stereo controls over here, as well as a couple overrides. Great gauge cluster here. You've got a multifunction readout right in the middle there that you can actually use to flip through a bunch of just informational functions on there. You have some settings as well, if you so chose to customize that. But on the center stack here, you've got the factory navigation system. You can see it shows exactly where we're at. Nice premium sound system. Got CD right in dash there. And then below, heated seats, which we definitely need on this 80+ degree day here in Chicago, as well as the dual zone climate control, which, you just adjust it to your favorite. Dave, you're going 72 today, buddy.
Nope.
ESP down here, that's electronic stability program. That's traction and stability control. And then this beautiful shifter down here will take you right into the drive mode. It does feel like a regular automatic. Drop it in S, it's going to allow the engine to shift a lot, or it's going to allow the engine to rev a lot higher before it shifts to give you a little bit more access to the power band. And then to access the manual mode, just from drive mode, pop it over to the right. Right in the gauge cluster, it lights up your 1 through 6 speeds, and you can use the paddles, or you can use the shifter here. Push it forward to upshift, pull it back to downshift. Right pedal upshifts over here, left pedal downshifts. It's pretty simple. And then, right above my head here, got the factory power moonroof. I'm in the back of the R32, and you can actually see this is where I was just sitting in front of myself here, where my 6-foot frame would sit as driving, and I can fit without my knees even touching, and I've actually got a little bit extra headroom here. Not something you totally expect of an R32. Here's what I like about this car when you compare it to the SMG. I'm just in drive, got my foot on the brake, take it off, rolls forward like a torque converter. You can actually feel the clutch engage, but that dual clutch, you can't feel a thing. Make a nice left turn. The steering's nice and light, especially around town. No squeaks, no rattles, air conditioning's on. Climbing up a nice little hill here. But you can't fault the car for being any different from new. And it does not feel like a manual. It really is a dedicated manual. I'll put it in the sport mode. Actually, Dave pointed this out. This is pretty cool here. Just listen to the engine if you can. I'm not touching the brake, I'm not downshifting. It's doing it all by itself. But the shifting is really quick. If I pop it into the manual gate, start off in 1 here. And I can upshift down here, or I can upshift up here. It's so fast. That's instant. Here, I'll even, just to give you the effect, I'll even pull it so you can see how quick it is. It's instant engagement. I mean, it must take a quarter of a second to engage, and it's still so smooth. Man, I'll tell you, I have not experienced these dual clutch cars, and I guess if they're built the right way for performance, they're pretty crazy. Well, Dangerous Dave and I are cruising on the highway in the R32, and it's comfy. I mean, here, look at the alignment. It's smooth, it's quiet. The DSG is blowing my mind. That dual clutch. If you've ever seen like the SMG stuff we've done on any of the BMWs, you can tell that there's a lag time in the shifting, but there's none in this. You can hear it shift, but you can't feel it. I almost wish I had like some sort of like a momentum style like pendulum hanging from the ceiling, just to show that there's no movement at all. Just a continuous fluid feel. And that feels pretty amazing. But very, very quiet. You would never know you were in a track-ready car. Just cruising along. The steering's nice and light. From what I understand, it loads up in the turns pretty well. I haven't hit it hard. I haven't done much of anything. But if I go into sport mode, it's not going to do anything on the highway. I was coming up to a stop earlier, and the car literally was downshifting as it came to the stop, almost as if it was like a blick throttle downshift. It's pretty cool. I don't see that everywhere, especially not in a Volkswagen normally. Cool sound, doesn't sound like a V6. I don't know, what does it sound like? Doesn't sound like a sewing machine either, but if you get into it. Actually, I'm gonna slow down. I'm a little shocked at how fast this thing really is. Going manual mode. Let's see, shifts. Does downshift to 3rd, up to 4th, up to 5th, up to 6th. Didn't feel a thing. Heard it, didn't feel anything. Alright, we're rolling in first gear. Man, I want to fling this thing around a full throttle. Just so nimble. The thing just wants to play. It's like a Porsche Boxster. You know, Boxster's always like, they're like, go faster, go faster. This is one of those cars. I can totally understand why somebody would have bought two of them. It's borderline insanity, but my hat still goes off because that's dedication. For a true car enthusiast, that's dedication. You buy two of one thing, that's dedication. We're gonna head on to my favorite on-ramp here, but I just wanted to, we got some traffic in front of us, but I just want to get a feel for this thing. Oh, you can rotate this car. Oh man, do I want to go so much faster. Do you feel that back end? That's a controllable rotation. That's something you can't buy in a car. That's a rally car, that's a drift car, but with four-wheel drive. That's why I said this is like the German STI. Here, DSG from third to second. Say shifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. Truth be told, I've never driven an R32 before. Old body, new body, you name it, I just haven't really spent any time with one. Very, very impressed. Mercedes-Benz like solid, very quick, a lot of torque you wouldn't find necessarily in a lot of the other hot hatches. But I would absolutely love to get a crack at this car on the racetrack because I will bet with the grip, the handling, and the super lightning fast response of that transmission. And with 41,000 miles, what does that tell you about the quality of the car? It drives like a brand new car. It's pretty impressive. In my hand here I got a copy of the Carfax report and also the AutoCheck vehicle history report. The Carfax says it's a one-owner vehicle, as I told you too. We really did get two of these from the same owner, the other one being virtually brand new. We would have filmed that one, but that one is a brand new car, so what's the point? But looking at the history, also AutoCheck shows a one owner, no previous, no previous accident history or anything like that with these cars, just some registration events and that's all. But get up close with this car on our website. You'll find us at chicagocarsdirect.com where you'll see better than 60 pictures of this R32. When you're done there, go to our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/chicagocarsdirect. Thanks for spending some time with us and getting to know this car along with me because I obviously haven't known it before either. If you got any questions, give us a call, and we'll see you next time.